Hello everyone and welcome to another I Pick My Butt video. More Archero today and chapter 12 has been completed. Let's show you how I did it. Now I gotta say, out of all the chapters I've played so far, I really wasn't too excited about this one. It actually seemed a little bit boring to me, but it was still difficult. This chapter is filled with a ton of these towers and they do quite a bit of damage to you and they're stacked with a ton of hit points. Now there is 4 different towers in general in this, and really only one of them is difficult, and that's this one right here that shoots these light beams. You see those kind of red guidelines for it. Even if you're out of the way of those guidelines, you can still get hit if you're close enough to them, so be careful. You see that they shoot in a plus sign and an X sign, and I'm just glad that they're not auto-targeting. Now really the big pain in this is the ads, the bats, the ghosts, and the expos. They seem to be really difficult. And even there's bombers in here. That seems to be my hardest part with it in general. Now, Ricochet is a huge one I found on this. Obviously, multi-shot and a couple others. But really, Ricochet helped out with one of the hardest bosses in this. The other two, not too bad. And we'll show you that boss when it comes time. Now, if you're new to the channel, we love Archero here. And we love anything that's like Archero. So if you want to stay up to date on that, feel free to hit that subscribe button, tap that like, and did you know we got a contest going on right now? Yes, that's right. It's till January 13th. If you want to win a $50 gift card for Xbox, PlayStation, Google Play, or iOS, make sure you click this card right here or the link at the end of the video and follow the steps to get entered on that. Now, when I said that this chapter was boring, it's probably directly related to how much damage I am doing versus how many hit points these enemies have. By the time I'm down to that last enemy, I feel like I'm just sitting there for a good 10-20 seconds, firing away, and really nothing has a chance to hit me. So I imagine as I'm leveled up higher, doing more damage, it may be a little bit more fun, but like I said, at this point, it just seems a little boring. Now when entering a level, my main focus is going to be going for the enemy that's closest to me. Usually it's going to be these fireball shooting ones, but if there's bats or expos, I really want to try to keep an eye on them. The ones that shoot the blue little dots and the red dots, not really too much of a pain. They're easy to dodge. Even with slow projectile on, it doesn't make too much of a difference. And the lightning, those are very easy to dodge too. Really, this board is just kind of hanging back and dodging projectiles. So I'll meet you at the first boss. We'll show you what that's all about. Now there's only 30 levels in this, and there's going to be one of 2 first bosses. This is the easier one right here. It's going to shoot blue dots, the red flames, and the lightning bolts, and this is just a matter of staggering back and forth, almost like you're stutter stepping a little bit. But once again, not anything too crazy. If you can get the other boss on this one, it's going to make life a lot easier because I've had a lot of trouble with that. That's the one that shoots the beams. But as you can see here, we're just stepping back and forth. Sometimes I goof on this a little bit from just not paying attention because it does take a little bit to drop them. And going into this, we went in with Bolt, Freeze, Ricochet, a crit up. You know, nothing too wild. The freeze itself really doesn't seem to impact these guys at all. It's more for the enemies that fly around, move around, even the expos. Kind of just dumb them down a little bit. But like I said, out of all 3, this one's probably the easiest boss on this chapter. Just kind of stick towards the back. Don't get stuck in the corners. If you do, you probably can move forward a little bit and kind of work your way around it. But really, guys, this was it for this one. And we did gain multi-shot out of this too. So that was another one that really helped out on this. And the deal from the devil, I was trying to watch my health, but I can't pass up the attack. So we'll see you over at the next boss and show you a little more. Alright, so we just had an oopsie and died on that, but not a huge deal. We did grab Bloodthirst and an attack up Miner on the way, and I think we got Strongheart too. Didn't really have good choices on things, but this is us going into the second boss now, and this is where I was really struggling for a little bit. The main reason is that they're going to draw 3 ads out. It's going to be a Ghost, a Bat, and a Bomber. And the Bomber always seemed to be the one that got his quick shot bomb on me, killed me with a big hit every single time, so I would always rush the top right corner because that always seemed to be where he would spawn. But what I tried on this one is I actually hung down on the bottom left. That gave me a little bit of time that when he throws the bomb, I can kind of try to dodge it. But still, not my most perfect gameplay on this at all. You can see here, this is one of the ones with the beams, and once again, plus sign and X sign is going to shoot in. Just really though, watch out for that bomb. If you have Ricochet, that's going to be a huge help too. And really, this is what I find to be the hardest boss in the game, even harder than the final boss. So we are dropping them pretty fast with those attack boosts. The Ricochet is definitely helping out. And this is going a lot quicker than the other ones. But like I said, hang out in the bottom left. That seems to be the furthest distance away from that bomber. You just saw him toss there a second ago. And really try to watch out for those ghost ones too, because you're trying to dodge those and then the beams just find a way to sneak at you. And from this point on, the ads do seem to pop up a little bit more here. It can be a little bit more difficult because the boards start to get a little overcrowded. So this is where I find my start moving around. But we'll see at the next boss, show you what that looks like, and show you how we finish this chapter off. Alright, so we're going into the final boss here. We did grab an attack speed, an attack, shadow clone, and I think there was one other. It was always a spirit pet one. Nothing too crazy. But really, this is it. We have 2 of these stationary tombs here, and they're going to shoot blues, they're going to shoot reds, and we're going to have lightning. So try to focus on one. Once you get that down, it is a lot easier. But this one is not going to be one you can really hang out in the back. It's just going to be a lot of precision kind of moving back and forth. And I really don't know if projectile slow is going to help at all on this. It seems like that makes it a little bit more difficult because things just seemed so overwhelming on the screen. But as you can see, we're just dodging around, kind of finding those little nooks. And really, guys, this is not too hard. It's a lot easier than something charging at you. Maybe it's just me and I'm good at these parts, but really, I don't think you're going to have any issues either. This is why Chapter 12 seems so much easier than Chapter 11, in my opinion. But let me know what you think in the comments below. This is it for me. And remember, I pick my butt.